and build an America where we can all rise together. An America where we lift each other up instead of tearing each other down. So we need you to keep volunteering, keep talking to your friends and neighbors. Please join the more than 1.1 million people who've already contributed at HillaryClinton.com. Look, I know there are still too many barriers holding too many Americans back. But despite what other candidates say, we believe in the goodness of our people and the greatness of our nation. And if anyone doubts that, just let them travel across this country, as I've done in this campaign the past year, hearing people's stories, learning about their struggles. Listen to the quiet determination of the working parents I met last week in Jenkintown, Pennsylvania. They are doing everything they can to provide opportunities to their children in an economy where there still aren't enough good-paying jobs. Listen to the mothers who lost children to gun violence and encounters with the police. They're turning their sorrow into strategy and their mourning into a movement for justice and dignity. Listen to the nurse I met this weekend in New Haven, Connecticut, who worked for years to build a middle-class life and raise a family. But then her luck changed. She was diagnosed with breast cancer and used up all her savings and her sick time. Soon she was facing foreclosure and the prospect of losing the home she'd loved for more than 20 years. And here's what she said to me. My daughter and I live in fear of the day that we might come home and have a lock on the door. We're in pain, we're hurting. We were and are the backbone of this country, the middle class. We're not asking for a handout. We just want to be treated fairly. And she is speaking for so many people across our country who feel beaten down, left out, and left behind. People who have worked hard and done their part, but just can't seem to get ahead and find it tough even to get by. Now, underneath all these worries, together, we are going to come together and we are going to solve the feel at the mercy of forces too big for anyone to control. And they just worry that those of us sitting in politics ahead of the national interest. The faith that we can make things better, that we can give our future that we had, is at the heart of who we are as a nation. And it's one of many reasons that being American is a blessing. And our campaign is about restoring people's confidence in our ability to solve problems together by delivering results that help people follow their own dreams. That's why we're setting bold, progressive goals backed up by real plans that will improve. After all, that is how progress gets made. We have to be both dreamers and doers. And as a great Democratic president once said, there's nothing wrong with America that can't be cured by what's right with America. Jobs that provide dignity, pride, and a middle-class life. We can renew our democracy by overturning Citizens United. Appalachia, in every manufacturing town hollowed out when the factory closed, every community scarred by substance abuse and addiction, every home where a child goes to bed hungry. That's what we Democrats believe in. That's what we know is possible. So we will build on a strong progressive tradition from Franklin Roosevelt to Barack Obama. For challenging us to get unaccountable money out of our politics and giving greater emphasis to closing the gap of inequality. And I know together we will get that done. Because whether you support Senator Sanders or you support me, there's much more that unites us than divides us. We all agree that wages are too low, that inequality is too high, that Wall Street can never again be allowed to threaten Main Street, and we should expand Social Security, not cut or privatize it. We Democrats agree that college should be affordable to all, and student debt shouldn't hold anyone back. We Democrats agree that every single American should and must have quality, affordable health care. We agree that our next president must keep our country safe, keep our troops out of another costly ground war in the Middle East. And we Democrats agree that climate change is an urgent threat. That can make America the clean energy superpower of the 21st century. And we Democrats agree on all of our rights, civil rights and voting rights, workers' rights and women's rights, LGBT rights and rights for people with disabilities. So, in this election, we will have to stand together and work hard to prevail against candidates on the other side who would threaten all those rights and pit Americans against each other. They would make it harder to vote, not easier. They would deny women the right to make our own reproductive health care decisions. They would round up millions of hardworking immigrants and deport them. They would demonize and discriminate against hard-working, terror-hating Muslim Americans who we need in the fight against radicalization. And both of the top candidates in the Republican Party deny climate change even exists. Now, the other day, Mr. Trump accused me of playing the, quote, woman card. Well, if fighting for women's health care and paid family leave and equal pay is playing the woman card, then deal. So, my friends, if you are a Democrat, an independent, or a thoughtful Republican, you know their approach is not going to build an America where we increase opportunity or decrease inequality. So instead of letting them take us backwards, we want America to be... That's why I want you to keep imagining a tomorrow where instead of building walls, we're breaking down barriers. We are making it more likely that Americans will be part of a prosperous, inclusive, decent society. We're imagining a tomorrow where every parent can find a good job and every grandparent is for retirement. We're imagining a tomorrow where no child grows up in the shadow of discrimination or under the specter of deportation, and where every child has a good teacher and a good school, no matter what zip code that child lives in. Where any young person can graduate from college debt-free. We're going to imagine a tomorrow where hard work is honored, families are supported, streets are safe, and communities are strong, and where love trumps hate. That is the future I want. I want that future for my granddaughter and for all of our children and grandchildren. Now think of this. Our nation was born right here in Philadelphia. Our Declaration of Independence and Constitution were signed just a few blocks away. And ever since, even through dark and difficult chapters of our history, the idea of America has shown through. At our best, we are, as Robert Kennedy said, a great country, an unselfish country, and a compassionate country. But America's greatness is not a birthright. It must be earned by every generation. So please join us. Join us. Go to HillaryClinton.com. Text JOIN 47246. Volunteer, contribute, compete. Let's go forward. Let's win the nomination, and in July, let's return as a unified party. Thank you all so
Joined now by her husband, the former president and the governor.
Not there, but I want to thank you all for coming tonight, for taking the time out of your evening to join us for these incredible election results. Thank you so much. I'm Sarah Horvitz. I'm the organizing director for New Jersey here at Hillary. I also want to thank Mr. Linden here for having us tonight in this space. For Charles Eke back there for helping coordinate this for us. So thank you. Right now we're in the process of building our field operations here in New Jersey, getting the campaign fully up and running. We need your help to win again in New Jersey. I have your information on these sign-in sheets. We're having a phone bank tomorrow night in South Orange, and then this Saturday and Sunday there'll be canvassing events all around the state. Go to our website and you can find out what's going on, and I look forward to talking to you all soon. Thank
Right before you put it. Okay, what's up? Yeah. What's the shot? Where is it? All right, thanks. Going over there or over there? Okay. I am supporting Hillary Clinton because I think she is far and away the most qualified, way overdue, and she's the one who knows how to work the system that's there for new changes and benefit of all. Trying to get it done all these years, but she hasn't been president. So it's about time to get a woman president. She's about the best possibility, the most skilled person, male or female, and luckily, she's awesome. Because she can do what she says she can do. She wants to do good stuff.
So what do you think that she was kind of saying some things about that Bernie Sanders had brought to the table in terms of free education and things of that nature? She seemed to kind of spin off of that a little bit, what she was saying.
Well, what I take from the way she's phrasing, and I don't want to oversimplify things, I guess, but I kind of need to do this thing. But in essence, you know, they both want the same thing.
Sure.
We tend to all kind of want the same thing. Who doesn't want free college? Who doesn't want free health insurance? Sure. But again, you got this Washington system you got to work with. Whether you like the system or not, that's what's there. So if you just go in and just hope that somebody just be like, hey, I'm the guy, and let's change everything, and everybody's going to be okay with it, then Obama would have had a much better couple of years because he's been fought so much.
Sure.
You know, so you're going to fight resistance. You need somebody who knows how to handle that stuff and get those things done. So I think she wants us to be able to go to college. The bottom line is, as all of us want to educate our country,
Sure.
and make the opportunity there for them to go, she does that or wants that as well. She just has a realistic way of handling it right now.
Sure.
To get us on that path, because the reality of how things are in this country, to make change, you need to get a start. Just like the Affordable Care Act. May not be perfect, but it's a necessity to get the changes moving.
Yes, I like that.
If that helps, I don't know. Did I answer you correctly?
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Since 2008, President Obama kind of picked us up from almost depression. Do you think that a Democrat can handle the next 4 years better than a Republican? Because Republicans...
Is that a real question? I mean, obviously, you know, you know, it's a shame because it's, you know, everybody's not the same. There's not, which is, you know, because that's just stereotyping. But I mean, there are plenty of Republicans that are decent people, you know,
Sure.
I guess. I mean, I'm not a Democrat, I'm straight with you. I'm not a Republican, though. I never came up with the right word. Republicrat is the easy, free way to say it, but the reality is I've always believed, you know, there's values over there that make some sense, there's values over here that make sense. The problem is we don't have somebody that takes the best of both.
Sure.
They take the crappy of one and the best of one, and they only, you know, so the shame of it is what's been happening is the blocking of Obama trying to do things that are best for the country. And the country, by definition, in this case, or in this reference, would be the humans that are in this place.
Yes.
You know, you want to do the human right thing. You know, yes, it's capitalism. Yeah, we don't want to make money. Somebody mentioned something. Yes. The idea is to make money. We don't want to make money, but we don't have to hurt people on the way. And especially when you've already got so much that you don't need to hurt someone to get the extra million.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
if you got $1 billion, you don't need to kill this or do that to get the million. You can do it another way and still have that vote. You know, you don't have to. I don't know. Does that make any sense to you? So I mean, I believe there's some Republicans, and that's a part of the problem, or at least the process, or the decision making that has to come into when you pick who your candidate's going to be. Is that you know, there's a number of issues. So obviously, that need to be addressed in our average years. So let's say Secretary Clinton's got 100 things she wants to do. The reality is she's not going to be able to get 100 things done, even in 3 terms, because that's just reality. No president gets everything done. But you got to pick the person and the issues that are most important at the time.
Yes, the more core issues.
Yeah, and let's say like Supreme Court right now.
Yeah.
For me, that's a very important thing.
Without a doubt.
So if I had Republicans and Democrats on other issues, but I felt that I feel one way or the other on the Supreme Court thing, then I would pick a candidate that's going to pick the person I want in there. In this case, clearly, I'd rather. Am I babbling too much? So yeah, but yeah.
But thank you.
Done?
Yes.
All right.